Welcome to the periodic table of components. I'm your host, Greg, and we're here to take board games into our lab and break them open. Today, I have some very special guests in my lab. These are my lab assistants. My first lab assistant today is Colton.
Hello, guys.
My second lab assistant today is Aria.
Yo, what's up?
All right. I'm excited to get myself and these assistants and get this game to the table. Today, we are going to be bringing in Space Park. Enjoy the Galaxy. This is published by Keymaster Games, and it is made by Henry Audubon with art by OCS. It is a 1 to 4 player game, ages 14 and up, and takes about 30 minutes to play. And the box, just on the onset of it, is a very space-themed, and we have all kinds of cards and components that go with this game. We're going to bring this into the lab, and we're going to break it. Are you guys ready, my lab assistants?
Yeah.
Hi, guys. On this part of the podcast, we're going to go over the components. There's one large starlight station tile, 6 destination tiles, 3 rocket miniatures, 24 sun crystals, 12 moon crystals, 12 sea crystals, 1 scout standee, 1 controller, 10 fast travel passes, 15 explore point tokens, and 1 first player marker, and there's 27 badge cards.
Hello, this is your lab assistant, Aria, and this is the intro of Space Park. The galaxy needs explorers. Ride a rocket to extraordinary destinations and discover exotic crystals to further our understanding of what's out there. Use these crystals to complete exploration badges and prove yourself as the galaxy's next great explorer.
All right, this is back to the main lab scientist, Greg, and I'm going to explain the gameplay, overview, and goal of Space Park. In Space Park, players will visit destinations with rockets to take their actions. After a destination is visited, its rockets will orbit to the next available destination clockwise, opening up new worlds and actions for the other players. Your goal is to earn the most Explore points, XP, by the end of the game. The main way you will earn XP is by collecting crystals and turning them in for badges at Outpost 13.
So, in Space Park, this is the setup. Each time you play Space Park, the order of the board will change. Start by placing the large starlight station tile onto the table. Now shuffle the other 6 destination tiles face down and randomly place them face up to the right of starlight station. They should form a rectangular board with 3 on top and 3 on bottom. I need help, main lab assistant.
We're calling in the main lab assistant with some of these rules clarifications. Here we go. All right. You said they should form a rectangular board with 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. We're going to orient the destinations so their icons face the outside of the board. All right. Take it back, Mr. Colton, our lab assistant.
Okay. Place rockets on their starting destinations. Cosmic, Canyon. I need help, main assistant.
Oh, we need a main assistant. That is Celestial Seas.
Celestial Seas and Lunar Woods. Next, place resources by their corresponding destination icons to form their supplies. Sun Crystals by Cosmic Canyon, Moon Crystals by Lunar Woods, Sea Crystals by Celestial Seas, 1 XP token by Fusion Falls, Fast Travel Passes and a Controller by Astral Arcade, Stand Scout on top of Astral Arcade. Shuffle the badge deck and deal 1 card face down to each player. Players may look at the badge in their hand. Place the badge deck at the top of Starlight Station. They reveal 3 badges from the deck to the left of Starlight Station. Give each player 1 Sun Crystal and give the first player marker to whoever stargazed most recently. You're ready to start. Play begins with the first player and proceed clockwise until the game ends.
Now we're going to read Taking a Turn of Space Park. Each tile on the board is a destination, including Starlight Station. On your turn, you will visit a destination by choosing one with a rocket on top. Rockets do not belong to a single player. They symbolize the destinations available to a player on their turn. Upon visiting a destination, you will take its action and its rocket will move to the next open destination clockwise, skipping over any destinations that already have rockets on them. So a destination should never have 2 rockets on top. Let's look at the different actions you will take at each destination. Cosmic Canyon. Gain 2 Sun Crystals. Celestial Seas. Gain a Sea Crystal. Lunar Woods. Gain a Moon Crystal. Fusion Falls. Turn in 1 Sun Crystal to gain 1 point token. Starlight Station. Draw a card from the badge deck. You may add it to your hand or exchange it with an available badge at Starlight Station and add that badge to your hand instead. Astral Arcade. Gain the controller. Move Scout to a different destination. Gain a fast travel pass. Outpost 13. Turn in crystals to earn 1 badge from your hand. If you do not have the resources required to perform the action of at a destination, you cannot visit it.
All right, we are getting into rocket movement and turn example. And we have a picture here depicting some yellow circles and some yellow arrows. So what the text says, the yellow arrows below show how the rockets move clockwise around the board. Let's say it's your turn and you have Lunar Woods, Celestial Seas, and Cosmic Canyon available, signified by rockets atop them. You decide to visit Celestial Seas. You take its action, gaining a sea crystal from the supply and adding it to your player area. Now its rocket would move to Cosmic Canyon, but it's occupied by another rocket. So it skips over Cosmic Canyon and lands at the next open destination clockwise, which is Outpost 13. This movement is signified by the large white arrow. Play continues to the next player who can now visit Outpost 13, Lunar Woods, or Cosmic Canyon on their turn.
Now we're going to fly into fast travels. On your turn before choosing a destination, a fast travel pass can be turned into advance a rocket to the next open destination clockwise. This can be used on any rocket, opening up new destinations for you to visit or moving rockets away from other destinations. Multiple tokens may be spent in a single turn on any number of rockets.
Now we're going to dive into Scout plus the controller. Scout is your trusty explorer bot who's here to help. Whenever a player visits Astral Arcade, then gain the controller and must move Scout to a new destination of their choice. When any player visits a destination with Scout on it, the player with the controller may choose to gain a Sun Crystal or Fast Travel Pass from the supply. Even the player who has the controller may visit a destination with Scout and gain the benefit. The benefit resolves before the destination's action. Scout's placement on the board does not affect rocket movement. Crystal costs. Badge art, ability.
All right. Lead lab assistant has to come in. We have a complication with this rule book. We will be right back with you. All right, we've made our way back into the lab here after correcting that malfunction. Now we are getting into earning a badge. All right, so these badges, when you visit Outpost 13 to earn one of them from your hand, when doing so, turn in crystals equal to the badge's crystal cost and place the badge face up in front of you. This immediately rewards you with its XP and ability, which can be immediate or ongoing. Earned badges can be stacked, leaving the bottom area showing to help track your overall XP, badge types, and abilities. If needed, you can use 1 XP tokens to help track certain badges that give you extra XP. And they are giving us an example of the Pathfinder card. All right, so at the top left, I'm showing the crystal cost, which is a pink and purple crystal. Then we have the badge art, and in the middle of the card it says Pathfinder and a purple triangle. Next we have the ability at the bottom of the card. So it says a purple triangle, badges now cost 1 less, pink crystal to earn. And then we have an XP reward at the bottom left, which this one is 3 XP. And then we have a type symbol, which is the purple triangle at the bottom right.
Now we're going to dive into the ending the game. When a player reaches 20 XP or more, finish the current round of play so that each player gets an equal number of turns. The last player should be the person to the right of the first player marker. The player with the most XP at the end of the round is the winner of Space Park. If there is a tie, the tied player with the most crystals is winner. If there is still a tie, the tied player who is latest in turn order is the winner.
Now we're going to dive into other details. Crystals and fast travel passes. When gained, these go into your player area. When turned in, they are returned to the supply. If you need to gain one and none are in the supply, then you may take from the player with the most of that resource. If that is not you, if 2 or more players are tied for the most, you may choose who to take from. Badges. There is no hand limit on badge cards. Badges that reward 1 point for a badge type are ongoing. A forbidden badge counts as all badge types at all times. Tokens. These are considered an unlimited resource. In the rare case that the supply runs out, please use other means to track them. Scout plus the controller. Because the controller's benefit resolves before the destination action, you may use any sun crystal gained from the benefit toward the destination's action, sometimes allowing you to visit a destination you couldn't otherwise. Destinations. When you draw a badge at Starlight Station, you do not have to show it to other players if it is added to your hand. If you do not have the resources required to perform the action of a destination, you cannot visit it. For example, if you do not have the crystals needed to earn a badge at Outpost 13, you cannot visit it.
right, we're wrapping things up here in the lab. Last thing we are going to discuss is the solo mode for Space Park, and we'll roll into the credits and we'll wrap this thing up. So, solo mode. Solo mode is a race against Scout to earn 20 XP before Scout depletes the badge deck at Starlight Station. Setup is unchanged. If preferred, orient all destination icons toward you. Taking turns and moving Scout. Turns are taken as normal, but after each turn, you must draw the top card of the badge deck and place it face up, forming a discard pile nearby called the Scout Stack. Scout moves to the destination with the crystal corresponding to the card's color and badge type. Purple triangle is the Lunar Woods. The green circle is Celestial Seas. The red diamond is the Cosmic Canyon. If Scout is already at that destination, then simultaneously advance all rockets clockwise, never jumping one another. If a forbidden badge is drawn, advance all rockets but do not move Scout. Alright, visiting a destination with Scout. Scout is working against you, so you no longer gain Scout and the controller's benefits. Instead, if you wish to visit a destination with Scout, you must spend a pink crystal, which is the sun crystal, or return the controller to the supply. If you cannot visit any destination, your turn is skipped and another card is drawn from the badge deck for Scout. Special rules at Starlight Station. When visiting Starlight Station, you do not draw a card. Instead, you may take a revealed badge or the top badge of the Scout stack. Do not replace any revealed badges if one is chosen. Win condition. If you earn 20 XP or more, you win. If you have not reached 20 XP and a card cannot be drawn because the deck is empty, Scout wins. And that is the solo mode. The credits for this game are Game Design, Henry Audubon, Illustrations, Orlin Culture Shop, Graphic Design and Development, Maddox Schuler, and published by Keymaster Games. All right, we've closed up the box to Space Park in our lab, and we want to share a couple thoughts regarding this. My lab assistants have been quite the help today. I do greatly appreciate it. I would like to hear some thoughts from my lab assistants as we inspected the elements of Space Park, enjoying the galaxy. I had a blast. I hope you guys did too. Lab assistant Colton, what do you think of Space Park?
So, of Space Park, the illustration was really good. It had many details in it of like the mountains and everything was illustrated very good. So, good job for the illustrator, and that's all I got.
All right, nice little touch from Lab Assistant Colton. All right, Lab Assistant Aria, you helped inspect this game also. What do you think of our experiment with Space Park?
I think it was a very good game, and I really liked the illustration, and it was very nice to get to know how to play this, and I had a blast going through it.
Woohoo! I totally agree. All right, well, it's time to start cleaning up this table and putting our equipment away. We're going to close up this episode of Space Park, and you guys can tell us what you think online at Instagram at Periodic Table Picks. Let us know what you think, and we look forward to talking with you guys here soon in the lab. Say bye, lab assistants.
Bye. See you later, guys. Yo, see you next time.